Hey, good afternoon. It is Monday, November 6th, 11:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to take a look at a really quick market report here. We'll talk through some trades and want to just put some attention on oil right now, as we're going to talk about. That's the main trade that we are currently in. We've seen over the weekend Saudi Arabia and Russia are continuing their oil sanctions and voluntary oil cuts. That is lowering supply of oil in general market, which is going to obviously increase the price of oil. So, main thing I wanted to draw attention to for today's market update. So, we're going to take a look at the charts, and there's been some decent pullbacks that we're still trading mid-range, but we're going to start to see some opportunities here, I think, over the week or the beginning of this week. The first one being in palladium that I want to draw attention to. So it's currently sitting at 11.12, looking at an entry right now at 11.10. So we are $2 off, really, just a couple of ticks here from this trade executing and us getting in on a long position of palladium. We've been waiting for a major pullback. It's been trading within a range roughly between 1110 and about 1170. And the lowest that it did hit and bounce off of at one point was about 1088. So we've got some good room here for upside, and we've got a good trade I think that's about to execute really soon. Platinum has pulled back relatively strong from the top where it hit over here around 950. We had a short position that we closed out around 930. We're looking for that to get back below 900 for another re-entry. Silver, we talked about on the quick trade that we had on Friday, with some of the data that had come out that caused a spike in silver. We got in and out of that trade really quickly for a profit. We are currently sitting on the sideline here for both silver and gold, but I do see some opportunities if we see for a further pullback here, especially as the dollar is starting to get crushed to the downside. So dollar now sitting at 105, the lowest it's been at, and I believe around 8 weeks or so, but since back in kind of mid-September, early to mid-September. So dollar getting crushed to the downside is really helping to put some upside or potential upside on these metals, despite the fact that they're currently trading down. Traders have traded a lot of these metals down. The dollar continuing to decline is going to put some upside pressure on a lot of these positions. So we're going to eye that and continue to eye that closely. And like we talked about, this has been in this upward trajectory from July all the way through until about beginning of October, where it peaked, and now we're on this very clear downward trajectory. I think a new frame here that we're going into, where it's going to be a bearish market for the dollar index. So we're looking at palladium. We're hoping to get an entry here really shortly. Oil is the main key trade I want to talk through. So we got in on Friday. There was a major sell off all the way down to about $80.10. We got in on two positions at $80.85. So I think oil still has massive upside. It's just going to be tough to time. We're probably not going to get the absolute bottom, or get a run up to the absolute top here, which I think is going to be between 90 and 100 at some point, depending on how conflict escalates in the Middle East. I do think we're in a really good position right now, and we've already seen it trade up to about 2% today. So we've exited one of the positions for a small profit, and we're currently holding an existing position. The plan is we'll hold that, see if it runs up further. And if it goes lower, we're going to add to our position right now. We'll get up to maybe three positions in size. Or if this is going to run up, we're going to probably take some profit somewhere between 83 and $86. So currently sitting at just under $82 at 81.85. So between that and palladium, those are the two key trades we're looking at. Gold, I think, is going to be the next one. If we can see a further pullback, somewhere closer to 1980 or lower, we would like to add a position there. So other than that, not too much news or updates. And palladium just executed as we're talking now. So we're in on that trade at 1110. And yeah, we will have some updates tomorrow as we continue to watch these, especially these two trades that we're in on right now with palladium and oil. I don't take too many palladium trades. It is a pretty volatile, metal. It bounces up and down, and each tick is $100, so it can get expensive. We try not to go too heavy in the positions here, but we're finally in on this position. We're going to see if we can run up at least a small profit or move our stop and lock in some profit once it starts to rebound. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll talk through some additional trades. Thanks.